please. Okay, hello and welcome back to the stream. A little bit of a apprehension today because it's the first day in a while. I mentioned a couple streams back about how my internet wasn't being frustrating recently, and today it was being frustrating again. But fortunately, not now. The stream seems to be running properly, so that's good. Yeah. Anyway, today, so far, um, so far. If we had to look at the games that I played on stream, we have played one game. Yeah, so far we've played one game on stream that I would consider one of the best, one of my favorite games of all time. Now, there's a lot of my favorite games of all time, and I've always been one to say that it's really hard for me to say what my number one favorite game is. I don't know if I'll ever be able to make that distinction because every favorite game of a certain genre brings something a little different to the favorite being the favorite, right? And that one game is Metroid Zero Mission. Now, it's always up in the air for me whether I think Zero Mission or Dread are the best Metroid games. When I first played Dread, that wasn't the case. I still thought Zero Mission was better, but the more I've thought back on Dread, the more I'm like, okay, I definitely think... Oh, and wait, Hollow Knight, of course. So Hollow Knight and Metroid Zero Mission are probably the two games I've played on stream that are up there, are the two games I have that are in what I would call my favorite games of all time. Dread and Doom Eternal are two other games that I've mentioned, but we haven't played yet, obviously. We get to add to that list today because we're about to play one of my games that I would say is one of my favorite games of all time. Okay. Please, I've opened this game. Wait, I don't know if I've opened this game since I had my last computer, so it's probably not going to be ready for 1440p. I should always check these things, you know? Because every time I start a game I haven't opened before, it starts in like 1080p or something. And every window on both monitors, with my second monitor, my camera is all the way on the left of my my secondary monitor. So like the right all the way to my secondary monitor goes over here. And then my primary monitor is here, obviously. But anyway, every single window on both monitors, whenever a new game starts and it's in like 1080p or something, it goes full screen. Window goes to wherever it wants. Typically, usually to the primary monitor, but sometimes to the secondary monitor too. And they all shrink in size or explode to massive proportions. It's stupid. So I don't remember if I booted this game up on this PC. Damn it, it's doing it. I knew it would do it. So I'm gonna have to fix Windows real quick. I sometimes I remember to do this, and sometimes I don't. But yeah, it's also a bit loud. It's definitely the case where I haven't opened this up since I haven't opened this up since my last computer. All right, where are options? There we go. Just real quickly, let me get to graphics. We go to video settings. We go to resolution. Oh, good. No borderless full screen. Fantastic. All right, resolution should be correct. Let me just double check that. Yes. Okay. Granted, this is not like the newest game. It seems like only the newest games have fucking borderless full screen because the world hates me. All right, let me just quickly fix my Windows real quick. Drag Discord all the way back over here. Grab Steam and resize it. The Steam actually usually stays in the same place, just smaller. Grab this window and move it over a bit and resize it. And then which window am I missing? This one? This one goes a little to the right of here. Okay, both of my Firefox, because I keep a Firefox window open on both screens. Obviously, I use the one on the secondary monitor for like information I like to keep on the other screen. And then like the primary monitor ones where I like if I watch YouTube or something. Anyway, yeah, okay, there we go. So just a little bit of a housekeeping, I suppose, before we get into the game. Wait. I have this, right? Okay, good. I just wanted to check some. Yeah, I need to check, make sure I need to hide something. Okay, so with that being the case, let me go to studio mode. Go here, and get it to capture. All right, so what we're playing today is Dishonored 1. Now this is, I haven't played very many stealth games. Let me just quickly put it in the category really quick, because I am very bad about that. There we go, Dishonored 1. So Dishonored, having not played... Oh, wait, I need to quickly turn off studio mode. Dishonored is a game that should be played by everyone. Basically, any of the games that I consider my favorite are definitely going to be games that I say I think should be played by everyone. The only difference with Dishonored compared to, like, Metroid and Doom Eternal and Hollow Knight is that those games are a lot more like based around, like they're a lot more specific and focused on specific things. Like they're both, two of those are Metroidvanias, and then Doom Eternal is like a high octane first person shooter that's like single player oriented. There is the multiplayer mode, but it's just kind of like a bonus, I suppose. This game is a lot more, has a feel of a lot more of like a mainstream game. Which is why I think that even if you wouldn't be interested in a more tightly focused game, which this game still has to a certain respect, should be played. And there are people, I've played both Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2. I have not played Death of the Outsider. Oh, and the thing I was checking was, I was like, it was talking about purchase the DLC. I have not played the DLC for 1, so that'll also be new content. I have not played the Knife of Dawnwall or the Bring More Witches, so that'll be nice. I played Dishonored 1 too, not the DLC for 1, and I have not played Death of the Outsider. So some people say Dishonored 1 is better, some people say Dishonored 2 is better. I'm basically like, they're basically the same. I don't think one is inherently better than the other. Like level design wise, I'd probably say Dishonored 2 is a little better. But I think I prefer the like aesthetic of Dishonored 1 a bit more. So like there's minor incremental differences between Dishonored 1 and 2 where like, oh, Dishonored 2's level design I think is a little bit better. And then Dishonored 1's like aesthetic I said is like a little bit better. And I think like the story of Dishonored 1 is a little bit better. But then they like share so many traits that they come out to basically the same to me. So so actually this would make me say that Dishonored 1 and 2 are two of my favorite games of all time. The last thing to mention is I'm going to go a little more in depth in this game, especially on like side story content, because what this game does, this is, I think, of all the games I've ever played, the game with the greatest, most outstanding world building in the world. I have not played a game where the world feels more like this thing that you can truly believe existing on some other like dimensional, like, I don't know, some other space and time. It is insane how good the world building is in this game, and I really want to dive into that because that is what is one of the things that makes this game so perfect, and the sequel as well, because the sequel just carry that the world building between 1 and 2 is the same thing. It just like it keeps expanding on what Dishonored 1 had. So, and then assumably Death of the Outsider does the same thing, and Knife of Dawnwall and Bring More Witches. So with that in mind, the only other thing I want to check is audio. It's already pretty maxed out. That's fine, I can always check later. Does it have some of my old saves? Ah, yes, it does. Let me Alt F4 this. Nope. Actually, all right, sure. I guess that doesn't really. I don't like to spoil games while I'm playing it. But yeah, again, I have played this game before. I played through Dishonored 1. I played through Dishonored 2 twice. I played through Dishonored 1 3 times, I think. I also played as both, and those 2 times I played as both Corvo and Emily, Dishonored 2. We will be playing on... This is the first game where I'm considering the hardest difficulty. Like, I play on Ultra Nightmare on every Doom game. I'll play probably any other first-person shooter in that regard. We played on Heroic in Halo. I played on Hard in Half-Life. That was a mistake. That game is not very well designed, I don't think. Or it doesn't. Its design doesn't hold up as well, so to speak. Halo 1's design holds up a bit better, even though it's got some really bad. Halo has bad level design is the problem. I'm trying to think of other games. We did not. Wait, did we play? Did we play Fire Emblem on hard mode? I don't remember. I think we want to do this on very hard. Okay. I think you can change it afterwards too. So all right, I'll do very hard if it can be changed just because if I make a mistake. Well, no, we're playing on very hard. I just remember this is the game where you can fucking quick save and quick load whenever the hell you want. Yes. We're playing on very hard. I think I can do this game. All right. So again, this is a game where the story and the world building is just so integral that like I want to go into notes. I want to read the books. Not everything, honestly, but I will read stuff on this. I don't think the mission statement things are super important, but I do need to check when we get into the game proper, because we're not going to be actually at a point where we have a HUD for a little bit. I'm going to need to make sure the camera's in the right spot. I'm probably going to want to put it towards the top. It's been a little while since I played a game where I think I need to move the camera around. All right, let's go.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send,
I'm gonna have to turn the volume
so
down a little bit.
That you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace.
So this game is made by Arcane.
Emily and I will count the days until you return.
Who are owned by Bethesda.
Hurry home and bring good news.
So this game is made by Arcane, which is owned by Bethesda, published by Bethesda, basically. So with Arcane, the 5 games...
Steady hand.
I know they have like a couple more. Let me just go to the audio real quick. The 5 games that come to mind or I guess technically 6 games. Are the 6 games that come to mind when you talk about Arcane are the 3 Dishonored games with like the DLC for one. What's it called? Prey, Deathloop, Redfall. So I've heard good things about Prey. I have not played it. I know like the gimmicks of Prey, but again, I haven't played the game, so that's definitely something to look forward to. Not played Deathloop. I've heard mixed things about Deathloop, but it's definitely a game I'm willing to give a chance. Redfall is obviously a game that is very recent, fresh in people's memories, and it was a disaster. Apparently, Redfall was made by a different, there's 2 different Arcane studios or something. The Arcane studio that made Redfall is not the same one that made Dishonored, which is hopefully the case, because dear God, Arcane, please don't die like so many other studios, or like AAA studios underneath another bigger AAA umbrella, and don't be resigned to making terrible games or just disappearing and getting your employees shunted into other companies, because I'm telling make these kind of games. And again, Praise I've heard is really good. And at least Deathloop has some probably good ideas. Like not knowing too much about it besides the whole time loop experience. Anyway, I guess we'll turn the global volume down one and the voices down, just so it's a little more. I'll be just making sure I check the game audio thing a little bit.
Watch it. Cast off live. Casting off. We're away.
I'll probably turn voices back up, but leave the global volume turned down, like this. I'll need to double check my like control settings later too. I'm pretty sure they should already be set up the way I want, but I would
Take us straight
check.
to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
I'm trying to remember, what does this guy do again?
A long way to bring bad news.
This is a unique
The
character,
sailors say
a named
there's
character.
curse on us.
This isn't.
Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe.
The
We live in
aesthetic of this
strange
game is so
times.
good.
Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months.
Oh, okay, so I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, speaking of Half-Life, the guy who designed, like, all the, like, just basically the general art style of this game is the same guy who did the art style for, Half-Life 2. Which obviously is a very different art style from Half-Life 1, but Half-Life 2 is a very distinct art style. This is that art style a bit more, like, to the extreme. So, like, you can, like, that looks like something from Half-Life 2. Having played Half-Life 2 a little bit. I never beat it, but I played a little bit.
Well, this was important. We need help with the rat plague.
The giant whale over there. And so, okay, so obviously, I guess the preamble to this, it was explained in the opening cutscene, was that our character, who isn't voiced in this game, but is voiced in the sequel,
Oh, there! We're going up.
which is, again, silent protagonists. In this game, it works. It'd be better if it wasn't silent, but it works. But our main character, Corvo Attano, is Royal Protector, I think is the title, for the Empress of the Empire, which basically is standard for the British Empire, kinda. In a very fictional world. But there are analogs to the real world. And, like, those are, like, some old, like, German helmets, obviously. But, we were going to get help from, like, other provinces in the Empire because the capital city was quarantined because of a rat plague. Very, like, reminiscent of the bubonic plague, or the Black Death. But we were... Actually... That actually gets explained. Move. Okay, fine.
Corvo, she's waiting. You should
Wait,
go-
is this really the... okay. I was gonna say, there's no way that's the maximum FOV.
Empress.
Much better. I used to play on very small FOV. In fact, my brother once made fun of me for when he saw me playing Minecraft. He's like, don't you feel like you're trapped in a tunnel? I was like, no, it's what I've used. I've never really looked at FOV. I haven't changed it. As soon as I did change it, and then I got used to it, I was like, oh yeah. I cannot play it at the small FOV anymore. So if I go back to a game which has really small FOV in a series that, like, is pretty consistent, but the old game doesn't let you change FOV, it's really weird for me.
Yes. The pressure was too low. All these
Like, I mean, you don't want to go do insane on the FOV. Don't go above, like, 120 or something, but this game goes up to 110, which is plenty fine.
Just don't do anything crazy.
Hello, sir.
All right.
Corvo, you're back.
Like the black bars that come in when they go to a
Will you tell me about your
cinematic scene.
trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait, let's play hide and seek first.
I think
I'll cover
so.
my
I think
eyes
the
and you
character
hide.
models in this game hold
Do
up
you have
pretty well.
time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Sure, we can play hide and seek.
Okay, here we go.
But I think the character models in this game hold up pretty well
Maybe will you give
because
me more
they
climbing
fit
lessons?
pretty well.
Someday I'm going to climb up to the
Um,
rooftop.
They fit pretty well in with the rest of the aesthetic of this game.
While you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed you.
Indeed. I should be leaving any.
Let's go. Come on.
I mean, there is information that's, like, kind of like you could insert from the second game into the first game, but I want to kind of leave the second game stuff to its own merits once we get to the second game.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
Is it gonna let me crouch? Oh, see, wait, see the crouch button? What's control then? I'm gonna have to double check. What the hell is control? Left control set to? Zoom? No. Let me check this. The binds. Spacebar is jump, obviously. No. Sprint, left shift. Actually, we might be able to. Because I want to be able to sprint and sneak. Lean left, lean right. Uses F, I guess because lean right is E. That's fine. Just have to get a little used to that. I'm either used to E being the use button, or like a click, or in Doom Eternal's case, it's the melee button. So the button on my mouse on the side. Sword attack, left mouse, right mouse, block, choke. Right. Okay. Zoom. I guess we'll leave that. Tab. R, T, J. Alright, so C is crouch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is just a little small theoretical tutorial for, you know, the stealth mechanics.
Here I come.
So we are playing on the hard mode, so will she actually find us? Because I know that enemies have better detect. Yes. Enemies. Actually, can I turn those off? The tutorials. Head bob amount off. Oh, okay, we can't change. Actually, I said I was gonna look up to see if you could change the difficulty, and then I never did. Oh. I don't mind crosshairs. Do we have turn off tutorials? Okay, here we go. Yeah, turn those off. I don't need tutorials. Yes, I can lean.
I'll find you.
Can't you lean up? Maybe that's a Dishonored 2 thing. That's obviously the stealth bar or whatever you'd call it.
Where are you?
The three bolts of lightning, because two of them fill up at a time going up, so it's not 6, it's just
Okay,
3.
you win.
Right.
We should go now. Some other can see you too.
Yes.
Ugh.
We're pretty slow right now. I think so. You can obviously tell I'm sprinting here, but I'm pretty sure we go a little. No, I'm thinking. I think we're actually a little slower in this game than we are in Dishonored 2. A little bit of a benefit of the sequel. It's not that. You gotta love the crouch icon in the bottom left.
Welcome home, Lord Protector.
Yes.
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back.
I don't know why you'd be.
Wherever you've been.
They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid.
Petition for aid, more like.
My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
So this guy on the left is.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
Looks fine to me. This guy is Sokolov. He's pretty good. Right, I'm gonna need to get used to.
I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell. I suppose I can paint him without the cider, though in truth he is always close to the stuff.
I'm gonna have to get very much used to F being the use command, and that's what the lead buttons are for. Though honestly, there's a certain point where we really won't need lean anymore, but we're not there yet. Oh, actually no, we're not to the point where I'm gonna mention this yet. All right, hello,
They're
Empress.
sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens.
I
We will
think
save them from the plague if we can.
the
All of
Empress
very well.
We will not speak of this.
is like at her oldest in her late
Mother,
20s.
Corvo is back.
Thank you.
I
Leave
think
us, please.
she's like a really
Your
young woman
Majesty.
for her position.
Corvo,
I don't remember.
2 days early.
I know she's young. I just don't remember specifically how young she is. And Emily's like 12 or something in this game.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me.
Follow me,
What news have you brought?
Leave them.
Here. The letter. I'm gonna go look at the world that we will be playing in. Look at that. Look at that.
I hope that one of the other
The,
cities had
boat,
dealt with this before.
the bridge.
Knew of some cure.
And the rock.
This news is very bad.
Yes.
At the breaking
Looks
point.
like industrial age Britain.
Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city
kind
into
of.
a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling.
We'll deal with
Mother is
this
fine.
plague-ridden city in our own
Wait,
manner.
where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What?
It's
Emily,
interesting
come
that they
here.
came from that direction. Okay, so
Emily, get behind me!
wait, I thought, can I not block yet? Oh, it's this button instead. Oh yeah, the combat's not as fluid yet. It feels pretty stiff right now.
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here...
No more!
But you do
Not
like, I
again.
do like the aspect of dual wielding the gun and the sword.
Get away from her!
Oh, there's your inciting incident.
Mommy! Get away!
A kidnapping and a murder. Or I guess an assassination, technically. I noticed that the screen was so bright red it was like coloring my face.
It's all coming apart. Find
You got it,
Emily.
miss.
Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
I just saw the legs teleport in there. It might be a bit
Lord
buggy, you
us
know.
all. Look
When,
at
this game
what
came out
he's
like what,
done.
2012?
Yes,
I think.
he's killed the Empress.
I think it was 2012. I think.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll
I
see
mean,
you
I couldn't have
beheaded for
spirited
this.
her away with magic.
Take him.
You know, magic doesn't exist. You know those guys that were teleporting? So I didn't do anything. You have no evidence. So you've been in prison for 6 months. I don't recall. Whatever. Yeah, prison for 6 months, getting beaten up and tortured. Order shall prevail. Yeah, you wanna
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession.
you wanna put in
and
some
let me
more
give you the
like
rights to put
authoritarian
your spirit in
propaganda?
peace.
Awfully rude. Yeah, you don't get Corvo's
That's enough
sound
for
effects
now.
in this game.
Get out. Let's give the man some time to think.
Alright, well. Hello, the pair of bald
Corvo.
idiots.
The Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
I don't know why you would talk like
Yes,
this.
unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
I guess some evil people are just stupid. But still, you can't both be
There was
stupid.
nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time,
Uh-huh.
and someone has to take the fall.
That looks like the Indiana Jones one
Goodbye,
necklace
Corvo.
or whatever on his chest.
Take him back to his cell.
A little bit. But anyway, yeah, the villains explaining their plots. It's never made sense. Again, there could be stupid evil people.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal.
I mean, it's
comes from
possible in
bread.
real life that when there's a really big nuisance who gets captured by some, like, force opposed to them, the big bad comes, sauntering, I think is the word, in and being like, oh, here's my evil plans, but then they just get executed anyway, because that's typically how these things would work. I don't know. That's the castle we were in at the beginning. Over there. That's the execution yard seeable from our cell's windows. It feels a little dim still, honestly. I know I've got the technically got the brightness in the place where it should be, but I feel like I should turn it up a little bit. Yeah, it's a little better. So, like, I actually kind of want to see what's going on, and it's like not very the best looking God rays ever. But again, it's a game from 2012, so we take what we get.
Did I tell you about the time I almost...
Ooh. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be reading the messages. Corvo, we are who we are is irrelevant right now. Just know that we have faith in you. Here's the key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosive there and plant it in the outer door. When the bomb goes off, run. Make for the river and lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell. And good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend.
That guy who killed the Empress?
It's gonna take me a bit to get used to F. A sword. Right, okay, I just remembered something.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
A famous guy is getting killed.
The one who killed the Empress.
Alright, what are my quick save buttons real quick? I did not look at that. Okay, so if there were tutorials here to say, oh, you can kill people or you can be non-lethal, there's two choices. I will try to be non-lethal. I'll try. But I'm not going to be... I will have my quick save, quick load button ready for, like, if I die so I can get back into the action quicker. Or something. But if I mess up, I mess up and I'll just kill people. Controls. Quick save, P and L. There you go.
Daughter Emily.
There you go.
An occasion.
Yeah.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty.
So if I walk out here,
protector get his head chopped off. They're as bad as us betting on the dogfight.
Yeah, okay, I can grab him. So yeah, all right, we need to actually. I thought it was on the other one. Okay, it's the same button. Block choke needs to be this. That's considered middle mouse button, sure.
Attention, the solitary wing is off limits.
Oh, is it? All right, so yeah, we can choke out guards instead of killing them.
Escort through the solitary wing.
Now we can also kill them.
Scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
There's no execution animation. I thought there was an execution animation while they were stuck on the ground or something, but oh well. All right, so again, we are playing on very hard. So. Oh. Okay, actually, that's a good lesson. That is not as good of a hiding place as I would have thought. All right, so we do need to get some practice here, because this is a game where you can be action oriented, and I want to do some of the cool action stuff that you can do in this game. That's why I'm kind of like, we're not going to go all in on stealth, and we're not going to go all in on action. But I do want to do stealth stuff, and there is some value to the early game stealth before you get access to certain things. Can I get him from here? Come on. Damn it. What? Okay, explain to me how that didn't work. Okay, I need to test that. I thought I just swapped the button, and this is the choke button. So if I stand over here, no one should see me, right? You can... I guess I need to be closer or something, but...
Hey, don't you owe me a drink?
Blow off.
Is he gonna come over here? Is he gonna come over here?
After all.
No, it was just the wind. Is he gonna see me? Is he gonna see me?
What was that?
Okay, he's on me. Okay, I want to make sure that I have this ultra hard, very hard, whatever it's called, systems down pat, because I want to know what the guard's vision range are, and I want to acquaint myself with the range of my choke. Obviously, the range on the stab is a little bit more generous. How do you not see me through this?
Don't you owe me a drink?
I don't need shit from you.
Who knows? Many questions to be answered. Go back. 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 There you There we go. Pickpocket. Alright, why are you not choking? Okay. There we go. I thought there was a... You get a prompt when you choke someone out, but I guess not. Now, does this game, if I recall, have the... Is this the first game AI thing or the second game AI thing where the guards actually notice if there was a guard in, like, a patrol route that's gone or something, or a guard position, do they notice if it's gone? Or maybe is that, like, a... There are different tiers of AI, and these starting guys don't have that AI yet? But again, that might be it's a second game thing. So I guess we'll see. Alright. Now, with that first encounter over, I'm now going to not be using quick save and quick load very much anymore.
Burn this place to the ground.
You got it, thug.
You're out. Good for you. Cut some throats.
You got it, other thug.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew.
So again, this is a stealth game, so you do want to...
Escort through the
Rat.
solitary wing must be scheduled
You do want
in advance
to,
with 1 week's notice.
not be reckless. Okay, so we have our first secondary here, the pistol, with bullets, regular bullets, and given the fact that it says regular bullets, you can assume there's non-regular bullets too. And we also have a health potion, use with R, because your guns automatically reload. Okay, and we can also look through keyholes. Look, more rats, my favorite. I love rats. More health. Let's just give health. More ammo, more money, more health, more money.
Anyone there?
I mean, why am I quick saving? I shouldn't be, but this guy's not hard to grab. But that, I think, oh, money there. I know that part of 100, we're not gonna 100% this game, but I know that part of 100%ing it is getting all of the money in each level. I've never even tried to do that. That seems a bit over the top, honestly. But you could do that, rats. This sword doesn't... Again, maybe if I'm forgetting exactly what the mechanics of this game will be like later. It's been a little while since I played Dishonored. Alright, take... I will be exploring pretty thoroughly, though. One of the things I do like about this game is, like, covering all the ground in each level. Obviously, you'll see more about that later. Once we get to, like, actual, not starting tutorial levels.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crew.
We're also I'm not going to end up ghosting this because,
escort through the solitary wing.
Like I said, we're not going to be trying that hard to perfect it. How do you get it to spin? Oh, you have to wait a second. Not just spam it. The yard. We're not going that way yet. We're going in. Is there anyone in here? No. Alright. Oh yeah, we got audiographs.
Corvo's unconscious again.
Ah, well.
Though he's taken more punishment than the 2 men we brought in for it.
Well, he's like the toughest guy in the kingdom, right?
When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical.
Couldn't you? I feel like,
useful to us later.
I don't know why you would record this stuff.
It's not a trivial matter.
I mean, this is proof right there. But with what they've already done, why don't they just forge the signature? Due to the officer's report, Corvo's interrogation, formerly the Royal Protector, we brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torture under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution the Lord Regent wants, it'll be your head that rolls next. Man, gotta love authoritarian governments, even though I guess they were an empire before this, so that's still authoritarian to some degree. So So you can use, like, throw objects as distraction objects. And there's a lot of them throughout the level, so you can usually always find something. The Trials of Aptitude. This is one of our first, like, things of world building. From the esoteric practices of the Abbey of the Everyman. Does it say that actually in this book? No, I just remember what it was called. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he's marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin that march to an outpost outside the city. When they say marked, I assume they mean just like in a ledger, not like actually physically marked. Then the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain. I think this game has 10 months, if I recall correctly. Where they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. Man, I want there to be more games. There's so many cool places mentioned in these. Assuming you could assume Whitecliff is like something similar to the White Cliffs of Dover. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Well, you know, child execution is a pretty reasonable thing to do, usually. I mean, who wouldn't want to execute a child, right? Anyway,
Attention.
Well, yeah, that's what they are doing.
Is off limits to
Heckworth,
maintenance crew,
you lazy slug.
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must
I was
be
gonna
scheduled
report
in
that
advance
boiler leak from
with
yesterday.
The boiler leak from yesterday.
Do your rounds. The report's trouble for both of us.
Alright, can I stealthily get this guy? No.
Huh? Something? Gotta be here somewhere.
No? Can I?
Look around.
There's no way they don't see me.
Yes, everything's all right.
No. No. I'm not quick loading.
Can't stay hidden forever.
I'm not quick loading.
I'll find you, you hagfish. Hey, come out.
Where is he?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
We got a prowler on.
Okay, that was done actually quite well, I think. Considering the fact that I basically got discovered for a second. Ooh. I don't know how far... So again, they have better line of sight, obviously, in this difficulty. The question is, how far do they see? Obviously, the angle, especially looking up, is going to be much... I thought I saw something shining over here, by the way. The angle is going to be much better. Then the question is, what range do they have for sight? Can I go under here? No. Please tell me he doesn't see me. Don't 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 see me. Granted, I did quick save, quick load in the first room. I'm not doing that anymore. I guess I could technically not choke this guy out. But where's the fun in that? We already failed ghosts though, since you know, rats. We're not going to be killing rats later. They are a tool to be used just like any other. But yeah, we've been seen. Technically, all 3 bars filled.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right? Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
Well, obviously, it's a big rigmarole.
Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
Apparently, she was pretty good, and didn't deserve to die the way she did. But who knows? That wasn't heard, was it?
I know something's up.
Is he gonna come through the door?
Attention.
He's not.
Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the
Alright, well, you get to live, unfortunately. Or, fortunately, you get to live. But, this guy ended up dead. Do you want to kill your friend? Did he die? No. All right. Well, one person got to live in this room. I didn't think that guy was going to turn around so quickly. Well, there you go. Now you're going to see me start eating food because we have lost some health. And 2 guys are dead. I assume that's all that was in here since obviously that one guy heard. That's back where we started. Oh yeah, you're able to sneak up and around this way to avoid detection entirely. I'm pretty sure you're able to get through this game basically without even touching non-targets. Anything else? More food as well. I think health does definitely carry up. Health definitely carries over in between levels. So I want to always double check that. There's people in here, right? No, I did not mean to click that. I cannot believe I just did that. Well, I clicked it.
Hey, I heard you got eaten alive at cards. Blow off.
Yeah. So what's your height? How far? What angle can you see up on? Not that high, obviously. Now can we drop onto him? Yes, we just have to get over. So again, second game mechanics, I'm pretty sure, but there's like a drop down knockout. If you were able to drop down on someone, you can knock them out on the way down. I don't think that was added until the second game. Nothing here. All right, so 2 dead. 2 dead's not a great ratio, but you know, we do what we can. In fact, keep these 2 alive if we want to be good people. We gotta drag them over here real quick so they don't get taken out by the explosion. See, listen, this Corvo, he's not evil, but he's pragmatic. He's like, well, if I gotta kill someone to finish my mission, I'll do it. So, here we go. But he's not a monster, like, just killing everyone would be. Anything in here? No. Anything in this room at all, actually, at all? There's more food, sure, more bullets, more Dogalov, more food. Hey, we're back at full health, that's good. See ya. Alright, well, my screen turned red there for a second, but didn't take any actual damage. Hey guards, how's it going? I didn't do anything. Yeah, you can try shooting with your incredibly terribly old pistols that are incredibly accurate all you want. Is there any money out here? I forget. I know that Dishonored 2 lets you check your like mission stats on the mid-level. I don't remember if Dishonored 1 has something like that. So all right, that's level 1 done. Well, no, I don't think technically. No, I don't think so. I think we're still technically in the same level. All right, rat. All right, well, here's a note. Corvo, if you're reading this means our plan worked and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel. Where these tunnels dump out in the river, he'll bring you to us. A friend who will meet you soon.
You think he had help? Who'd know how to do that?
And talking about me getting out. It only just happened a couple, like, a minute ago. And here's your reasoning for not liking the rat, obviously. Is that they're piranha rats. Terrifying. Oh well. For some reason they can't get through this. And then, oh, there's your swarm of rats for you. Oh yeah, I think you can usually lure them away with a corpse, but I don't know if it's always the case. So if you find a dead body, or you've killed someone, or you just want to use an unconscious body, the most cruel method, honestly, you can lure them away. But they'll also come after you, obviously, because, well, you're also flesh. Oh, see ya. I have no time for your ratty nonsense. Damien's journal. Yeah, so there's books that, like, are, like, books, and, like, are, like, actual books, like, that would be sold as multiple copies, and then you got, like, journals and notes and stuff. So usually a journal or a note is something you really do want to pay attention to. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place above to hide from the city watch. They'll be breaking into houses all over the district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Well, okay, maybe not this note. You get some, I forgot what the word is. Environmental storytelling. There you go. A lot in this game. But also the fact that they just spell out in the note, yeah, this city sure does suck now, doesn't it? No trespassing. At the castle, I suppose? Overflow? Alright, well. I'll get this guy off. Anything down here? I am gonna be pretty monotonous. I'm gonna be pretty meticulous. I'm not gonna try to get everything. I don't think I can, but there is a lot of stuff worth getting, and money does have money never doesn't have a use in this game, is the best way to put it, unlike some games. Most recent example, Ocarina of Time. So, granted, this will be easier later, once we get a specific thing. Rats.
Aren't we supposed to load the bodies in the carts headed to the...
I love rats.
Yeah, screw that. That's too far.
My favorite,
No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it? Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there.
My favorite kind of companion are rats. Not really. But yeah, you know, the guards not doing their job properly, making the plague even worse because, they refuse to burn the corpses like they're supposed to. Gotta lure the rats over there. And then you go. Like, again, another example of using a corpse to make your way. Anything in here?
The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our...
Should I kill this guy? I don't know.
And the disappearance of
I don't think I've ever done it before. But yeah, you always get this announcer guy talking about stuff that's going on. So like, there's like a lot of choices you get in the game, and depending on like what you've done, obviously he'll have different stuff to talk about.
Must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Money. I do like me some money. And chains. It's better when it's the direction of your camera, honestly, but the chains in this game I've never really thought were super great. With all that. Alright, take the money, the health potion, the money, disarm the trap, get an incendiary bolt, trigger the trap. Alright, this area I recall has a bunch of crap in it to grab. This is an empty bottle. That's a trap going up there. Can we actually jump over that? Yeah, you can usually crawl into most places. Always be crawling about, looking for things to get around, to bypass obstacles. Whether it is an easier path or a harder path, it's for you to determine. There are some side paths that are actually more difficult than the main path. It's, money. More money. There's a lot of like these environmental items that are actually worth money, which is makes them stand out a bit more than coins do. Alright, so read the note. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before the title was wrongfully taken from you. Well, then wouldn't you just say that he still is the Lord Protector, and the taking of the title was an illegal action? We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles. Meet with our man Samuel near the where the tunnel spills into the Wrenhaven River. With all haste and luck, we share a common purpose. All right. Ah, yes. Now we get our crossbow, the silent weapon, and our actual sword. It's more like I guess a short sword knife thing. I think this sword is a little quicker, technically. The Dishonored 1 sword always had a bit of an iconic look to it. Well, it's like it's in Dishonored 2 as well, so. The Dishonored sword. Okay, so slide, obviously. Break the wood, disarm the trap. Anything over here? No. So, next is a safe with a password on it, where you have to slide each individual dial. You go to the nearby note, or not usually a nearby note, but a note of some kind. In case you're too daft to remember looking to the whiskey for the answer, whiskey got it. If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for you for next one. Now, I already knew this code. I knew it was here. 451. I don't know how many 451 games I've played, but it is a very distinct first password for games. So, you know. I think it's related to System Shock is the first game that did 451. So any game that would consider itself in the lineage of System Shock
who we're hunting here?
uses that password.
What if no one from the squad is around? Then try to make a lot of noise when you're done.
That won't happen.
Bastard.
Even if I choose to kill you. You know?
Smells like a dead weeper in here.
Oh, it smells like a dead weeper in here, huh? Can I... I'll again, I'm not quick saving quickly. I'm quick saving again just in case I get myself killed so I get back into the game faster.
You're gonna die sometimes in the dark. Just slip into the water, don't come out.
But I will not be quick saving and quick loading for the purposes of taking out enemies anymore. Again, every man you can save is technically a victory. So there is that. Now, okay, this isn't all that high up.
Nasty furry filth.
I think it's easier to go further in and take these guys out before we take out the other guys.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the hounds again. You always amuse me.
This guy is going to go back this way so we can grab this guy. Move. I'm pretty sure we're still pretty quiet. When we're... How the fuck did they hear that? Can I get back on top of the...
You little bastard.
Oh, I guess it didn't actually count. Can I not get back on top of the pipe? Awfully inconvenient. I mean, there's money and stuff back there, so I kind of want to... Guy's wearing a plague mask. Is that water deep enough? I can't tell.
Seen it.
Hey, oh, I got sleep darts.
Another night, another patrol with you.
Oh, it is deep enough. I didn't even realize. Alright, underwater we go then. I'm pretty sure they can't see under here. Maybe they can. Don't go above. Oh. You know, I don't interact with water very much in this game. For me to, be consistent with... Oh, genius. He's going over here. Oh, okay, perfect. That'll do. No, it's not a rat. It's a... Oh, if I can get over here... No.
What? Sassy, help! Get
No.
You're going down.
Alright, fine. Oh, there were 3 of them? I didn't realize there were 3 of them. Alright, there you go. You got a counter in. A little bit more of the combat. Again, we're still not really quite... This guy wake up, did... No, he's still unconscious. I thought there were only 2. Oh, well. But yeah, you can counter guys, which is if you put up your block right as they're about to hit you. I messed that one up. But it's fine. It's fine. Was there anything actually over here worth the grab? If not, I'm a bit disappointed. Even though there was that little area that I think I wouldn't have been able to get to without being seen, that I want to go to. But I do think there is money over in there, and I don't know if I would have been able to get over here without being seen. Actually, wait. Yeah, you have to break this apart. Oh, wait. Maybe. I could have if I'd been able to get up to those pipes without being seen. That's money. Then Hermitstone. I'll be by the Wren Haven. I'll make my last home. It stinks to the void, but my grandmom's hagfish stew will drive the odor away. I remember sailing out on this river to the great ocean, the vast blinding light, and the blue water. I was a tender 15, and our nests were always full to bursting. The old days before everything went to shit. Anyway, it goes. It's either the boots of the watch against my teeth, the skull, the teeth of the rats on my bones, or the trembles of the plague all over my skin. It doesn't matter none to me. Yeah, a lot of people are on hard times in a plague, you know. Nothing else up here, is there? And this is the kind of money you'll miss that is very easy to miss if you're not paying, like, really close attention. And that's the kind of... So, that's why it makes these games hard to 100% levels. But oh well. So we killed... 4 people? Yeah, let's eat, track jellied eels. Delicious. Temporarily? I think we're gonna make that permanent.
Over here. Quickly. I'm Samuel.
Hello.
And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them.
I mean...
down the river from here.
Wait, I need a moment first. Just check around this area. Any money?
I'll be here.
Any money?
Just don't take too long.
Any money? Any money in the water? Let's not get eaten by fish, why don't we? Seems like a pretty good idea. Alright, yeah, let's go.
We've got a hot meal and a warm bed waiting for you.
Sounds good to me. Big whale again. Whales are important to this game. Oh, yeah, here's your stats. So, hostiles killed 5. Sure. Dead or unconscious bodies found 3. Overall chaos, low. Didn't kill anyone, obviously not. Ghosts never detected, obviously not. Discovered the Hermit's Room, special actions, and opened Jelly's safe. I don't know what all the special actions were, but... Yeah. And also, over here gives... Oh, right, I needed to see if I need to move the camera. Over here, you're like, stuff you found. I'm not gonna move the camera quite yet, but it says 7.99 out of... Actually, you know what? Camera, you're going up here. I think I want it to be top right. I'll check again when we get back into the middle of the game. But yeah, here you go. You can see the stats. There's nothing up here, obviously, in the top right. The Hound Pits Pub. Magdalene. Pilot me there, Samuel. Looks a lot nicer here.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
From what I remember about this game, I would say that 2/3 of the city are completely uninhabitable at the time.
Of course,
and I'd
if
imagine
anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
So if an entire main capital city was like abandoned up to 2/3, I don't think
the Admiral's a man to be reckoned with.
It would survive.
Anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name. He can.
All right. Well, here, here we are. Our hub area. Okay. Benefit of Dishonored 1, the hub area is better than Dishonored 2. Yeah, I think so. Alright.
So it's starting at last, Admiral.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton.
Our sponsors.
Man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you.
We know.
Until the Lord Regent purged those of us.
Well, I don't know if one admiral is enough to do.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending
we're just gonna let the story go do its thing
and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
Sure.
We've got big plans.
She's like 12, but
sure. We can't
do
any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry. You must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
So, Corvo is a good soldier.
Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep.
So,
we can talk more when you've rested.
So Corvo's a good soldier. I don't know how he acquired the skill set of an assassin, but
Stay alert and stay loyal.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Again, how did he get those skills? Oh, here's a little bit of a tutorial.
This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
So, here's your little, I guess we should actually start looking into just grabbing stuff. So first things first is Sokolov's technology. Oh, I'm gonna need to remember which actual books that show up a lot I've already read. So, excerpt from a recent book, because obviously you're not reading a whole damn book. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil that they use as a fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into its place with these, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsman of the city watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the power carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks have exploded. So, this world is powered by whale oil. So basically in this world, whales are killed en masse because they're the main resource of power for everything. Yes. Oh yeah, actually I'm not at full health. A second solution, except for the series for prominent naturals by Shiro Joplin. This is a long one. It's through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name that I'd not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its unusual message of idiocy, spending their coin on as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of these so afflicted and nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And in this way, that my formula wins. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to the contest. For you see, Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variance in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Redhaven River, which I'm pretty sure is the thing that was attacking us in the river. Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with them? Metals and crystal. King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy, everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. And we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need these things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the old crap you need. Well, obviously, we're on the back foot. We are the resistance, after all. Nothing there. Alright, they've locked me in, have they?
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths.
Very bouncy.
The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time.
So this is why Piero was kicked out of the academy, because he's like not quite right in the head.
Substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with,
you know, turning humans into whales. Not really, but something similar. Give me more tanks. An infinite amount of them. Anyway, we got whale oil refilling stations. Local no longer had the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The old tank has been activated. This is, well, it appears Jeeves Oil Company has done something correctly for once. The Jeeves Oil Company? Sure. What we got here? Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship. Yeah, I'll read this in like a sailor's voice, and from several small... No, I can't do it. Buoys keep the whale... I've never been good at, like, accents and voices and stuff. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up from the chute. Up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them up onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. Like, you saw the big whale on top of the ship. The ship adjusts its prow and returns its port to Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Whale of the section. Roughly each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some... this is Sokolov, I think? Just a natural philosopher. Voyage possessed some minor variants in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tibia, the crew hauled aboard a female, some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Obviously, the whales in this world aren't quite real-world whales. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Dead counter responsibilities commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis. This would be a new book then. Or well, I guess it's a manual. The dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of etiquette or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted for the 2-week training period, pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. And then finally, failed experiments. That's not the right one. by Piero. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokol's design, of course, but why? And why not? After all, it is likely that the thing he was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We're all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to fulfill lines of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, as despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. Further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. We no need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chamber of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risk. You may laugh at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. You're trying to make a portal, huh? Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Again, this game, just looking at this wall. Now, granted, there's a lot of repeating texture here, but you just look at the whale oil tax and this the thing for the golden cat thing and the best blue powder. The world building in this game is something I do not want to. You cannot play this game and then again, gameplay is good, but to get the true scope of the game, you have to look at the details. In this game, the details are worth it.
Here, see? The assassin's mask.
The iconic mask.
You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them.
Unless you ghost, in which case then no one never sees the mask.
Still, fit must be precise. There.
Technically.
Can you see normally? Lens out of alignment. There. Better now?
Fortunately, you don't have a fisheye lens the whole game.
Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate.
Oh, so the reason that items count as coin is because you're giving them to him, technically.
That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Yeah.
Tell me what I can make for you.
Alright, so here we get the upgrade screen. I'm not gonna do that right now because there's gonna be more money in this place and I don't wanna...
You must be exhausted. I advise that you...
Yeah, we'll go to sleep. We'll explore the Hound Pit Pub after we wake up.
More difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I'll head to my room for sleep.
Sleep well.
If you say no, you can wander around. Then you have to end up walking to your bed yourself. But here we get what we truly need to begin our adventure. Hello? Welcome to the Void. Man, the Void is so cool. It's such an interesting concept.
Hello, Corvo.
And it's you.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
Mr. Outsider.
The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play
a narrator
role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the Void.
Yes.
I am the Outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world.
Now we have magic.
Forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve you.
This game is so good. This game is so
Use
good.
this newfound power. My gift to you.
Alright, thanks.
Come find me.
That's not really how that works. I mean, kind of. Now, we have teleportation. Fallen letter. You cannot save it. Yeah, well, you get the point. So yeah, so Sokolov's potion heals health. Piero's, he was talking about spirit. It heals your like mana. But every time you use a spell, there is a certain amount it'll automatically restore. Blink is one of the two where the blink only uses up exactly as much as the regeneration is. I'm very sad they say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Everything ends up in the void eventually. Do not harass this child. I don't think it's anyone important. More potions, just in case you ran out. Well, okay, actually, if you did run out of potion in here, what would you just reload, I guess? You know, here's some good, like, that he's knocking down towers and such, just like he's knocking down the city. I think you can look at every mission you do in this game on this map, I think. Maybe. I don't quite remember. Oh, here's like a section of map. Dunwall's the city we're in up there. I want to find the first world map. And then here you go. You got a situation on the streets. These guys, I've always found these the tall boys. These are called. I always found them pretty, like, really cool enemy type. Oh, why is it look? I guess that looks like just a texture that's messed up there. I was gonna say, it looks like a mini whale oil tank that is supposed to be up there, but it's down here. This one doesn't have it, so I think that's just a texture mess up. But yeah, you know, being able to teleport is pretty good. If I could teleport, I'd take it. You don't always need to teleport, though. Yes, yes, yes. Give me the next thing.
Your trials will be great, Corvo.
Sure.
Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name.
Of course, I will get these runes. We were gonna get every rune.
Other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this: the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands.
An actual heart too, by the way. Not some fake heart.
You will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
The heart's cool. I like the heart. The concept of the heart. This game is just the concepts and the world. Again, it's just so perfect. So yeah, the heart points you when you're holding it. Oh yeah, we're gonna wanna. We're not gonna do that until we'll just do this for now. But we're gonna wanna mess with that in a bit once we get out of here and we have the rest of our gear back. But oh, the heart has another function.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
So if you're paying attention to the voice actress, this is the Empress's heart. And this is, I think, her actual heart ripped out of her body to be used as a tool for your adventure.
All of time's meaningless here.
So,
neither seconds nor centuries.
So if you're just not pointing the heart at anything, it just comments on the area. If you're pointing it at certain things, it'll comment about that specific thing.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
That's so. Again, Void, very good. Very good Void. Anything over here? More remedies?
Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
Wait, right here. How many am I up to? I think I can hold 10? I like to wait. A stealth game is usually a game of patience, so... Oh yeah, and it beats harder the closer you get.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
Gimme. What am I gonna use my first rune on? I think there's a rune in the Hound's Pit pub that we can get. Probably... So, okay, so yeah, here's all our magic abilities. They have different levels. And then you've got just some passive upgrades as well. Well, or enhancements, I guess. So typically, okay, so if you're going for a run where you don't kill anyone, Wind Blast is... Well, Shadow Kill is useless, and Bloodthirsty is definitely useless. Wind Blast is technically, I think, the most useless if you're going for a not kill all your enemies run, because it's a Wind Blast. The only thing it kind of does is it's the whole shattering doors thing, but that's not very stealthy. Agility is obviously good because you get jump height and then all of our own movement. Right. So we want to get to level 2 to get the movement speed I'm thinking of. Vitality, that's actually probably useless too. So these 3 are Vitality, Bloodthirst, and Shadow Kill are definitely useless if you're going for a ghost, don't kill people run. Now, people say that Devouring Swarm is useless. No, you just have to be very careful with it in a ghost no kill run because of possession. Because possession allows you to possess animal targets and then level 2 at human targets. You can summon rats and then possess a rat. Now, these, I think these spells, so these 2 are the ones that only cost as much as it costs to regenerate. These 4 are much more expensive. So it costs a lot of mana to cast Devouring Swarm and then Possession. But it works. Obviously, Bend Time is good because he fucking first slow time, but then also stop time. I think I want to get Dark Vision. Dark Vision is very useful.
How you use what I have given you.
Okay, actually, with Dark Vision,
as it has to
we really don't need to lean around corners anymore.
And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
I mean, we can. I don't know why we would. You'll see what I mean when I use Dark Vision. Actually, wait. What level? What does Dark Vision 1 do versus Dark Vision 2 again? I forget. Alright, well, we got our mark. Nope. What's the J? Yeah, your tasks, your mission clues, your mission items, your notes. You reread all the books and written notes and autographs, powers, inventory. Okay, so Dark Vision 1 versus Dark Vision 2. See the dark and living beings through walls, including their fields of... Right, okay, so you can see their fields of vision already. Representation of the sound that you make are visible. Tier 2 is see through walls and living beings through walls. See useful objects and security systems. So we definitely probably want to go for Dark Vision 2 as soon as possible. Just having Dark Vision 2 makes the game way better. Oh, yeah. So because we have the DLC, we get a bunch of bone charms to start. Now, a lot of them aren't very good. But I mean, they're fine. It's better to have them not than not. Rumors and sightings, Dowd. This is the guy who killed the Empress. All right. What a novel. I said I wanted to dig into this game. I'm going to dig into this game. For over a year now, I've lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the Oracular Order. Do you ever get to see them? There are certain things that we might be able to see in Death of the Outsider, and maybe... I know a lot about the Knife of Dunwall and the Brigmore Wishes. I don't know the level design, but I know like kind of what happens in them. I don't really know anything about Death of the Outsider. So maybe there's some stuff that we've taught that's mentioned in the first game, the second game, and the DLC that you get to see in Death of the Outsider, but that's not... I've heard it's a shorter game. Days have passed. So the Abbey of the Everyman, all the men become like magic police. And the women become the members of the Oracular Order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse, and the nights have made me see me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I've taken my meals with killers. At times, I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who are not fit to live, executing them justly and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among the murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin Dowd in order to get close to him. Because Dowd has magic powers too. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch. I don't know if that's true. From one of the archipelagos of the Pandician coast. Please make another Dishonored game where we get to go to the Pandician continent. Please make a Dishonored game where we get to go to the Pandician continent. Please! Taken captive by pirates venturing far from the Isles. According To legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years we now believe he spent traveling the Isles, studying autonomy and the occult, in the great halls of learning and hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself. And for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore Witches among his allies. The name of the second DLC. All the while, he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began his consort with the Outsider. Now, new reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop, he gestured and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has ridden in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seemed loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claimed to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippling brother, she was taking a shortcut through the Taylor districts. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights of all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt Dowd is an agent of the Outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil that this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way towards him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. Pretty good, if you read this, pretty good, way to set up the guy who killed the Empress. Okay, and then we also get the backstory of Corvo. This is right. When we talk about Corvo, yeah, the Royal Protector, the Royal Spy. This is the 4th day, month of High Cold. I want to find a calendar, because I don't remember what the calendar in this game is like. Progress continues on the suspension of gang activities in the distillery district, but more slowly than I expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leader flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem to be pleased with my investigations. It seems that if it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us, but I know they do, they must. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal... Okay, so this is the Royal Spy talking about. This is like just something from the Royal Spy. Noted would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety, but a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts but to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her and spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girls might rule the Empire someday, if every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main... Is the Royal Spy the bald guy? Not the one with red, the one with the necklace that I said looked like the Indiana Jones thing? I think so. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely. But the Emperors won't hear of it. The waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistol carried by the officers of the watch. That makes good sense. Even if you're a more nice Empress. Why do I worry so when no one seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. I mean, you can understand his where he's coming from, but okay, more books. Well, we gotta get them over with, I suppose. We're getting the lore dump right now. But again, this game is I love this game so much that I can't. I mean, it's effort, but you know, please don't be super long. Like this one even seems longer somehow. All right, Slackjaw. Well, obviously you meet all of these characters that are talked about. You want the chin wag on Slackjaw? What was he like when he was young, before he got his name? Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it wasn't always like that in the days before he was boss of the Bottle Street Gang. Time was, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running with a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born in the brothels or coming from the orphanage, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was on the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots, while we took down a farmer's cart or a sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with the plan, give everyone else a part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin. Plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore, now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as such was Mike the Fish, which I'm pretty sure all of these people that they're talking about, except for Slackjaw, you never see, because they're probably dead, who was working his way running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all talking in a body evening, we're all talking in a baudy show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are all there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning and throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us all to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks and Slackjaw pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach to a long line off the side of a ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off it at different angles. Slackjaw's got the thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling out of his side. Now this sounds pretty rough, what's coming up next. Not sure how he knew where Mike the Fish was staying, but when we reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window, just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled. When he sees Slackjaw out in the street, a look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. We're only halfway done. Not even. Mike comes out of the side door bellowing like a blood ox holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins at the shark hook, bite deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there, with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the Fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that, and using his left hand, but he was a big guy, and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then we all went quiet. It just kept going and going, until finally it was just Mike the Fish blubbering, crying like a baby, and the sound of Slackjaw's knife. I imagine, he should have been dead before he was on his knees crying, but okay. When it was finally over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb. Apparently, Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by the watch while standing in the middle of the meat market, another slipping and falling into the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in bed with his belly open wide and his Tilvian pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant, and Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses telling them that they'd be treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of the letters all of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of main competition, Slackjaw went in for stabilizing his business real neat-like, calling in favors, smoothing them over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. Everyone got quiet, which always makes the boys in the City Watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss us out what they were up to and what just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers in the watch too, telling them that he was in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies, gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first, it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy these potions from Sokolov or Piro, health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where we could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with the Sokolov's elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon, everyone in the slums was sick and business was good. But after a while, there was so many people down with plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin per elixir, watered down or pure. When the other Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burroughs took over and the Watch... Okay, yeah, so the Spymaster Burroughs guy is the guy who... the first book. Or the second book, whichever one was talking about the Empress and stuff. When the Empress died, the Watch started using all that new Sokolov technology, watchtowers, tall boys, and the Mark pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat bound for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept us all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the City Watch, with their taxes and rations, and that's kept us alive so far. Crowley. I actually think we meet Crowley. But yeah, again, very defined character, and we get to meet him later. Finally, the Journal of Granny Rex. Okay, this one's not as long. It's still pretty long, but, Granny Rags is a good character. Good is maybe not the right word. An interesting character, and also it feels like my camera's gone over a bit. Last book, please don't give me that many more books. No, there's gonna be more books downstairs I have to read. Okay, how about this? No, I don't know if the books are gonna move around or not. All right, this is the last one. I'm going to explore the Houndspit Pub. If we find any books, I'll pick them up. I'll just need to remember. I'll need to write down a note or something that there's books in the journal we need to read. Last one though, I swear. Of course, I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and buggy. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out onto the street, where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It seems into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera Moray, everyone would say, your house is as grand as Boyle Manor, better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man. So young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandysia. Please. To dig in the rock and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present, and he went, so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy and his shiny sword. The executioner is related to Granny Rags, who is obviously an insane psycho magic lady. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and glean. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all. my little mute boy, carved all in the name of the one with black eyes. And after my husband was gone, given away as a birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. Now I'm old. Don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for Granny Rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. Gotta love Granny Rags. Okay, right. So we got a bajillion bone charms. Again, I don't... Okay, I guess we'll equip this one. I guess we'll equip that 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 one. I guess we'll equip this one. Sure. I don't know if we're gonna ever use drop assassinations. I probably should at least work once or twice, but most of these, I don't know how effective Void Channel actually is. But I mean, a slight increase in power is not a bad thing. Oh, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good enough for now. So, oh yeah, so there is one rune.
Somewhere in the basements below, Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands.
Well, it's called the Hound's Pits Pub after all. I can imagine you can understand what that means. Nice view. Does this play anything right now?
Elementary sums. History of the Isles.
Yes.
Geography of the Isles. The Seven Strictures.
Oh no.
Litany of the White Cliff.
Oh no.
Sayings of the Overseer.
Oh no.
One day we'll get a few new books.
Oh no. Damn it. Okay, short. If it's short, I'll read it. Call to the Spheres, Volume 1. My stomach twisted as the engines of the olive vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orchado, a third perfect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orchado pulled a lever, and a great gout of, I guess this is a scholar, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Byrne looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It'll protect your heart from the trepidatude of the void on my way to the outer spheres. I don't know what this specifically means. I'm gonna need a little more context. I'm going to admit, as much as I love this game, there will be sections of books and things that I have not actually read before. I don't think I ever read that book. Okay, this one's short. Once a child chose... Oh, actually... We already read that one. Okay, good. All right, we'll read this one then. I want to read them. All right. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. Huh? So, like, kind of like a leap year situation, but instead there's, like, this non-year time scap. A period of celebration and feasting begins during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting high overseer calls for the hymn of atonement, and the Fugue Feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviant from ancient codes or discarded oaths. For the time during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts a new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as has always been. So they have a purge. Gotcha. didn't know that, honestly. Another thing that I've missed with all my knowledge as much as I have of this game. Get to sleep in the attic, because of course.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore.
These characters all named.
That's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long.
He's the boat guy.
Oh. That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find
You think
these
you
people, I wonder?
sleep on a boat or something? Hello, characters.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Such laughter. And they're singing old songs, linking arms.
I'm not going to use the heart very much, I don't think.
She hides her hands. They are raw
Good day,
and scarred
Master
from
Corvo.
washing.
I don't think. Yes, let me steal your cool thing.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27.
I don't know who this guy
In
is.
my 13th year, the despised
Pendleton, yeah, so he, the tall-faced guy.
Quiet, although father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life.
Boyle.
She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Yeah, the audio log things are usually pretty short. I'm just gonna... Who are you again?
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife.
So, I guess we'll say the best thing. So, the sequel...
The finest blood.
So, Corvo's from a place called Draconos, which is, like, all the way far south, because, like, Wall's, like, in the middle of, like, the islands, or the isles. The second game takes place there. So, you know.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected given what I've seen of Coleridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field.
Yes.
And if I...
No, shit. Here, I guess... Actually, wait. I suppose I could just read the audiographs. Don't. The game just crashed. Oh. The game just crashed. Where's the closest quick save? I've never had this game crash before. Granted, I played it only once before on PC. The other time I played it was on Xbox 360, so... But it didn't crash that time. I was playing on a... Wow. I'm gonna turn my fan on real quick. But yeah, the last time I played this on PC, it didn't crash like that. Alright, so we're gonna have to run around and... Okay. Found another coin. I don't remember if there was anything in here that we needed to grab. Besides just having the journals. Oh, there's this. Just having the journals part of the thing.
The seven strictures.
Anything under the beds?
Litany of the White Cliff.
There's always something hiding in every corner, though, so... there's a good reason to quick save as often as possible, because if the game is going to crash, I think I don't want to have to redo stuff that often. Granted, we don't have to run around that much.
But he won't use it.
We weren't that far away from everything we've done so far. Click that, click... we didn't need that, but... Out of the way. Out of the way.
That pile of wood out there,
See ya.
built from an old rowboat.
Give me the key, give me the audiograph. Go to notes, go to audiographs, go to the he seems to be working for us. He doesn't like for it has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewers. They have not returned, so I can only hope they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. It's just a sword. And a crossbow. I can see time. I don't know about resources. If I can find a way to mass produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can we actually break out of? Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him the odds of 1 in 5. Well, I proved you wrong, didn't I? Gaffer's Tale Volume 1. Oh, my sister Nina and I left together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow in the cold but beautiful white landscape we'd always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance. We spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dreams. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirits so as the wind and pounding waves racing after a wounded whale, being pulled up by a skein, I think, of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in my previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscles, weathered creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy having found my purpose. I think their sequel was over here? Yes. After more than a quarter of a century, I was done with whaling, too broken to continue. I guess 25 years is a long time. I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, but it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. How are these books getting published when there's like a huge plague going on? Whatever. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you can imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the light, only to be speared by ugly, weathered, scarred men with who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business in the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff-hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. It's a good cautionary tale to not get too sucked into things. And then, okay, this one's short. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none of it is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who commanded them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship. And family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings as during the Morley insurrection. I'm pretty sure the way that the Isle works is not... It's very much styled like the British Empire, but the different islands are very, very self-governing and are only very loosely tied to the Empire. As during the Morley insurrection, in times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standing standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on the latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Alright. No more books. Damn it! Okay, we don't have to read that one. Anything out here? Just a real quick check. No. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. Cool art. Looking at the White Cliffs. As I say to you, by an overseer, I think the overseer, place is close to the White Cliffs, so they have a lot to do with it. If I remember correctly. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we stand as a righteous force against the growing dark... Okay, yeah, right, because they see themselves as the White Cliff. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, for the foggy, gray waste of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangest and doubt. Yeah, I mean, again, like, I understand you're just a bit zealous about it, you know? A tad zealous. Oh my god. Wait, I already read that one. The young Prince of Tibia. How dare you, sir? So close, so in my very home, I would hand you over to the watch to pray to Tibia and Acula. The shadow of Bitterleaf. Finding my way to the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it's now your turn to be mended. This game does... Now, okay, I've never been much for getting terrified or spooked by things, but this game does a pretty good job of having a kind of horror aspect to the game with the magic. Like, I can understand why the Overseers exist, considering what people who have access to the magic do. Again, they're just a tad too zealous about it and falsely accuse people, you know? Anything back here? No. Okay, now we're on the first floor. Let's go into that room last, because that's where our quest objective is. Slide. Slide. Yeah. Hello. You were there before. Oh, wait, that's just... Yeah, so we don't want to go in there. Not yet, not yet. We want to check... No, don't go in there. Go down here. I don't think we can go down here. Interesting. Nice glitch. Anything? Yeah. I want as much money as possible so we can possibly see looking in to get as many upgrades as possible before we go to the next level. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anything out here? I don't... Oh, that's Tibianora, right? Yeah, I remember my items. And King Sparrow feathers. And, anything else? Anything in here? Nope. Anything? Nope. Not there yet, not there yet, not there yet. I don't think there's... We already looted this place. I don't think anything else will show up. I know that this stuff shows up in this place later, so like there's always another reason to look around here again, but I don't remember how often that is the case. So this is... I'm never gonna scour this area as much as I'm scouring it right now again, because if they add anything, it's gonna be very little, and probably not even worth considering. But I will be doing the quick scouring of this area now. Let's go to the dock. I don't think there's anything down there. Hey, Samuel, how's it going? All right, fine. You know what? Right, if we're gonna do this, we quickly put on Good Lungs and River Affinity and put Void Channel and Sword Contests and Blast Resistance and Quick Dodge and Keyhole Peeking. Can we get there without going into the water as much? Yes. Because I don't want to go in the water, because, you know, there do be fish in that there water. Oh yeah, in fact, we can get all the way there without going into the water. So we have... Yeah, I'm gonna save up for Blink Tier 2. Or not Blink Tier 2. I don't think we need Blink Tier 2 is nice, but I don't ever feel like it's 100% necessary. Shadow, whatever this one, wait. Huh? How'd it mess up? This is supposed to be 2. Oh, I didn't, because the game crashed. I don't know if I have these back in the correct order, but whatever. Oh yeah, real quick, go to, nope, Bone Charms. Take off River Affinity and Good Lungs, put back on, I guess, Delicate Touch, unless I need to take it off, and Firewater. Okay. Put that away again. I think you go a little faster when you sheath your weapons, so that's a consideration worth taking into account. Yeah, obviously you can use the blink to get yourself up higher. Oh, well, yeah, so actually, I think, did I go in this room? There's nothing in here, right? Yeah. This is the other side of where Corvo sleeps. Then there's, money. Again, this is why you can check everywhere. Can't open that up. We go over here. Take that. Sorry, Samuels. Mysteries of Pandacia. Please, I want to see the Pandician continent. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandician continent as a place of wonder, where all of its life was entwined and blossomed across the eons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horrors and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. It truly is a land that I would really like to see in a game at some point. Please, come on, don't let Dishonored die. It would suck. Can't go that way. Okay. Now we go talk. There's nothing left to check. Well, no, okay, not quite. Take that. Take. Excuse me. Useless. See, that's what I wanted. I saw some money sitting under a table. Anything else? Just a quick scan.
Well,
alright. Hello, yes, Admiral guy.
Off,
I forgot your name.
I know that assassination is dark business.
That's why I try not to do it.
Good men have to do bad things to make the world right.
I suppose, but you should try not to.
We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart.
You know, I'm gonna be honest.
By piece.
It doesn't seem to be the most convenient place to put a pistol.
Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy.
I've hit it all the time with my left arm.
An army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary.
Sure.
Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her.
Again, why would you write this down?
Assuming she's alive. That's the.
I mean, I can understand keeping a journal, but why would you do it of your evil deeds?
We're counting on you.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Another thing.
All right.
Campbell is holding
the last book. All right, we're done, and we can go on to the next mission. What you've read here is truth, regardless of what you hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spymaster is the one who stepped in when the late empress fell. We, who will remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs, originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes, have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported, a wild theory. Perhaps. one of our members risked his life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called the Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member to the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored, and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We know that the Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite, we think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed.
Former overseer by the name of Mark.
Yeah.
He's one of us. If you manage to find him, give him whatever.
Alright, here, tell me what you want. I know.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista.
Sure.
I work here for Admiral Havelock.
Yep.
I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important.
You're a maid, obviously.
I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man.
Maybe.
There's really no reason for you
Maybe
to
not.
listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them.
Do you get anything out of...
Campbell is going to poison
Definitely,
my
but,
uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession.
Again...
Before you became an assassin.
What assassination has Corvo done so far? Where the hell is Piero? There he is. Alright, upgrade my crap.
What can I do for you?
And now I got as much money as possible, besides the fact that we missed some in the starting zone. There's probably some here in the house pub that I can grab. But anyway, yes. You can buy stuff. I mean... Actually, yeah, let's buy the rune. Yeah, let's buy the rune. Okay, so... Combat sleep darts. I think we'll get that. Because that means we can mess up sometimes without having to kill people. Besides that, let's get max optics. Let me get the pistol upgrade. Let me get the bone charm capacity. Let's get sword crossing. Then we can either take two 300s or a 600. Let's go for pistol accuracy and crossbow accuracy. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's the best part. Your gun actually changes, and obviously the crosshair changes too. But your gun and crossbow actually change appearance when you get upgrades, which is very cool. So the fully upgraded pistol and the fully upgraded crossbow are very distinct looking from what you start with.
How did that happen?
Uh-huh. I don't know why this lady is important to the conspiracy, but, yeah. And then there you go. You do have different, like, execution animations. I haven't been able to show any of them off so far, because we haven't killed anyone in stealth. And I suppose I should, at some point, kill some people in stealth.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Maybe overseers deserve to die. I don't know. They're not very nice, the overseers. All right, let's go to the distillery district. To our first level. Oh, now we also get to zoom in. And I got the upgraded optics, so we can zoom in twice. Neither of those guys are overseers. All right. Let us begin the actual part of the game where we get to go exploring a level and do cool stuff.
Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that like 2/3 is gone by the end.
Set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory.
I gotta try at least one of everything just so I have it recorded.
On the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts.
Isn't it recorded that she's nuts?
I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
I'll do everything. All at once, technically. Alright, let's go. You can keep your rat skewer with your fire that was already lit. Dear Squint, oh man, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. The city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing for me here now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river. Where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way into a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you. If you won't come, I'd rather be rat food.
Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Hello. I mean, I won't have to kill you because...
I think that last one was moving. What? Yeah, the little one. Not possible.
You are not going to be a problem.
Keep working.
Alright,
I ain't moving no more.
I don't... If you go in the light, do they see you? I'm curious. You only... Okay, you know what?
Good. Keep them coming.
It's a spotlight, but, it doesn't do anything. Incredible. Okay, keep on moving, keep, Jump. Okay, I gotta get agility. Man, you need everything, but, no. That's why your ability does not activate on...
Block dead from the plague. Better them than us.
Right.
At least some of them had money. All these rats crawling all over us.
Nope, there was no one there. We'll take a little less of a direct approach than that.
Nasty rat. Get away.
Hello, lady. How's it going? Alright, I don't need witnesses. So unfortunately, you're going to be taking a nap. Yeah, if there's ever a civilian, like, you don't need to deal with them, but sometimes, like, you'll do something and a witness, a civilian will see it, and you're like, I'd rather you didn't see that and blow my cover. But, oh yeah, so let's, we got this one, we got that one, we got...
Keep them coming.
These ones, obviously, we're going to go... You know what? Screw it. I said screw it, and there's a fish. Don't bite me. He bit me. He bit me twice. Rude. Is there anything else over here? Okay, you get pushed off here. If you don't walk onto the rock, that is. Can you teleport? Or do I need to... Okay, yeah, cool. There you go. So you can either... There's a couple ways to get in here. Obviously, there's this. Bone Charm. All right, here's our... Okay. I know that the Bone Charms are randomized, right? I think so. Oh, we can actually get dark vision. So Whirlwind is your swing your sword slightly faster. Oh, we did get an upgrade, so I guess we can put that on. So that's good. Shy was she in the month? Oh, it's a song. Then forget it. But now we can do this. And heist dies. That's always that has always been a phrase that I've remembered quite well. To one degree or another.
Good. Keep them coming.
And we also have pretty good range now, and obviously, no wait, what's the control? Obviously any item, like money item, is a green thing, And humans are yellow. So... let us begin. Just put a quick save down real quick. I had it. Alright, this is the reason to get upgraded blink. Alright, so... oh, I forgot about the tower isn't here yet. Drop that here. You can climb onto top of most of everything.
From our honorable Lord Regent. This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that
oh yeah, if you zoom...
as Lord Regent has been extended...
if you zoom in on something, you'll be able to hear it.
potentially beyond.
Better.
In addition, in this continuing
Alright, well, you can keep talking, I suppose.
The overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever.
We're going to take this guy out, obviously, first. I don't think we even need to bother with those guys. I don't think, at any rate. Oh, there's a civilian over there. But again, I want to cover as much ground as possible. So... I know there's an achievement for getting pickpocketing stuff, but I already have that achievement, so it doesn't matter. You drop onto the floor, thanks. All right, so as all the wall of light components have been delivered to your station, and I expect it to be functional before midnight. You've also been provided with several spare whale oil tanks should need arise. Last, if come to my attention that various watchmen continue the adolescent practice known as rat burning. Remember, while oil is not cheap, please keep your men under control. We got a spring razor now. The spring razor is cool. I might have to do more violence than just to like do some of the cool stuff that you don't get to do unless you are going for the violent approach. So let's just run into the wall of light real quick because it's funny, and die instantly because that's how that works. Yeah, anything that is not, like, attuned to the wall of light, or however it's said, instantly dies going through it. Alright, you're gonna also... huh? I did not get seen. How the hell did they see me? I was so far away. Man, ultra hard or whatever this is called has enemies have so much more vision.
We know you're here.
Incredible.
We'll find you.
Now, can I
Yeah.
never should have come here.
Going to cages.
Well, I saw there were 3 of them, right?
A couple of them didn't look too sick.
Oh shit.
They even look
on the kill. It's off we go. I know you're somewhere around
okay. Yep, it's sorcery indeed. God damn it. There's 4 of them now.
We know you're
God damn it, why did I have to get seen again? I could have dealt with those guys.
Can't stay hidden forever.
I mean, I can try. Never mind, there are 5 of them.
Call out if you see him.
There are 5 idiots.
Check everything.
Okay, I don't see anything this time.
You got lucky.
I know you're somewhere around here. Let's find that son of a hagfish.
Alright, now I'm almost... nope. I'm almost dead. That's not good.
Help me find it.
They're all on high alert. This is not gonna... Alright, well, I guess this is a bit of a... This is... Having not tried a quick save, this is a bit more of a challenge, I suppose.
We know you're here.
Get on the lamppost. That's a bit more of a high vantage point, so I don't get seen.
I'll find you. You got lucky this time. I'll find you, you hagfish.
All right, they are losing interest.
Run, little rat.
They're not looking this way. They're coming back up. Damn it. He's staying down there, but there's a pavilion over there. God damn it. I need you guys to not be within sight range of each other, please. I haven't killed anyone yet. That's what do I put sleep darts on? 6? Don't get seen, 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 don't get seen. Nice. Alright, you're gonna have to rest beside the pile of corpses. You're bad luck. I mean, the guards aren't really the villains, they're just the guys you have to deal with, because they're just doing what they're told. And these are like the kinds of period of times where you really don't know what the whole deal with the government is, so you're like, well, if I don't do anything, or if I, like, stand up to these people who are paying my money and ordering everyone else around, I'm just gonna lose all my money. Oh, he's gonna go discover the corpse. We can't let that happen. Where's the last guy who was over here who didn't go back through the wall of light? I don't know where he went. Just doing a quick scan, I suppose. Where the hell did he go? We should get the area map, I guess.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Technically.
The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination.
Was that guy from also through the wall of light?
The Duke and Dancer Ale House.
I guess. So, it's pretty simple, honestly, to get past the wall of light. You just go up here. And bada bing, you're past. But you know.
See, they can hear anything you say. I don't give a rat's ass. I really don't. They took my uncle's business over there. 7 strictures.
Yeah, see, even the common guard doesn't like the overseers.
How they operate.
But anyway, we could just also take the wall down since the oil tank is on this side. Where was that money in here? And this is why we upgraded Shadow Sight, or whatever, Dark Vision. So that we can do this. And just immediately see where the hell everything is. It's great. It does take, you know, the colors out of the world and stuff.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Following direct contact with an infected or weeping
but you know,
you are
we do what we
required
can.
to remain in isolation for 2 continuous days. If signs of infection occur, report for transport.
Here, we can drop him off here. Just don't want him to see us doing anything illegal. Because everything we're doing is illegal. You know, we're the royal protector, but we're now an enemy of the state, so illegalness is just part of our what we do around here. Yes, pouch. Yes, bolt. Yes, bolt. Anything else up here? Okay. Plant your ass on the roof and watch the street, see what comes up to the almshouse, and see if that lady knows anything. She's blind, but maybe she heard something. Stay on the rooftops, you know? You can get to a lot of places even without powers. Eventually, if you figure out how. But, you know, it's easier with... I know that in Dishonored 2, you can do a no powers run. And in this game, you can do a no powers except for blink run. Let's see what cool crap we can find.
You never listen.
Yes, yes, yes. What's over here? Nope. What's over? Food, that. Sleep darts. A rat. Metal. Potion. Can I have more health? Wait, what's that? Oh, food? I mean, I guess.
I told you the knives go on the left.
Alright, let's go talk to our friend, why don't we? Hello, Overseer. How's it?
Be
Overseer.
careful, Cora.
Outsider.
They call her Granny Rag.
That's true. I read the book.
You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family. But an emperor begged for her hand once.
Outside of the cool guy.
Men fought each other for her favor.
He's just like an observer.
I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting.
At what point did...
Then, she made a different
At what point
choice.
did Granny Rags go to the occult?
You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
I already know what I plan to do. Alright, how much should we have? 1? I feel like I kind of want agility. There's always you want everything, but you can't have everything. Hello.
Dear?
That's not me.
Is that you, my dear husband?
Nope. So this is the Granny Rags we read the book about. You know, we already know she's crazy.
Birdies. Oh, the dear things must be starving without their granny.
I think
Here, birdies.
she's referring to the rats.
Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones.
Alright, yeah, I'll go deal with them.
And they're not very polite ones either.
Sure.
Granny Rags, let us in.
So...
Well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the
So we
front door
could
lock.
solve this by
You'll
violence.
see to those ruffians, won't you?
But now, I'm going to say you probably wouldn't want to ever indulge Granny Rags
Oh,
because
no, that's not a nice thing. Just
she's
garbage.
not the best person. So if any situation we're going to solve with violence, it's not going to be this one.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf.
How did you not hear
We're
that?
here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm
Don't
dry
let
as
me
an
take
overseer's
that away from
prick. She's been digging. Come on, let's get this.
Yeah, I'm dead. I didn't think that was gonna work, but yeah, I thought it would be funny.
We're here to take your money, Granny.
Can I find something else to throw?
How much could she have?
No, nothing. Great. All right.
Come on, let's get this guy.
You know what? You died? Alright. Okay, this is... But now that we're actually in combat, gonna... Nope. And we died to flamethrower breath. Yeah.
Your way. We're here to take
I should
your
have quick
money,
saved
Granny.
before I threw the damn bottle.
We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick.
Alright, we need to wait for him to turn around.
She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something.
Turn around.
Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal. Just Bottle Street rule.
Then choke out again.
Come on, let's get this guy.
R. Then we need to do 6. There we go. Okay, they're all unconscious. That worked a little better. Okay, good. Where's the other guy? There were 3 of them, right? Wait, did one of them just fade out of existence, huh? Okay. But yeah, combat sleep dart seems to have been a good idea. Oh well. Actually, let's get rid of that. Hello. Give me my thing.
Oh, my dear.
Well, they're just asleep, so they'll probably be back, but you don't know that.
My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for
Yeah.
you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you.
I don't believe you. You made it yourself.
It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance?
No.
Our parties were even grander than those at
She's
the Boyle
insane.
Manor.
She's
Everyone
batty.
wanted to come.
I can't take it. Whoop. No, that's E. Get me out of here. Oh, actually.
Yes, I would. I can feel the age and
That's not what I wanted.
they are burning whales.
Okay, yeah, you know what? You're
Oh, no,
real
that's
helpful.
not a nice thing.
You're real helpful indeed. Yes, room.
I hope you like the little gift.
Oh, I thought the outsiders were just. I don't remember him
It's the least
showing
I
up
could
there.
do for turning those louts away.
Well, I appreciate it.
I can't bear these
The room's
bottle
pretty
street
nice,
children.
thanks.
Ruffians, every last one of them, rotten apples. And that slack jaw is the worst of the lot.
Sure.
You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Another little favor. And I'd give you another present.
I do want all the runes.
Lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale.
I don't think she gives you a bone
Do you
charm.
remember
Hopefully
my
not.
doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a
How old is the
shame if
lady
some of
who's
that
actually
mess
voice acting Granny
found
Rags?
its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him.
Because you can't imagine
See
a
to
lot
it,
of.
dear. I'll find you another present just like the first.
You can't imagine there's a lot of
Galvani
professional
lives on
old lady
Clouding
voice
Boulevard.
actors,
Or at least he used to. Those were the days.
especially for video
Now
games.
Run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
So I assume it's possibly just a younger lady doing an old lady voice or something. That's always possible. Alright. Alrighty then. We already on the front street. Alright, now we proceed to the back street. That was the wrong button. But I mean, I'll leave it turned on in case I find anything. Like this stuff. Money. I mean, I can see all of this, obviously. Eat. Dead person. Mother's journal. You know, more sad stories. It's the 4th day of the month of rain. Morris is sick, and so are the children. I've avoided it thus far, which is good fortune since it's fallen on me to care for them. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even neighbors cannot be trusted. Earlier, it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. Flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I talk to him from across the room. Morris is gone. I don't know what I'll do. For now, all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. At least his face was covered. Young Robert has passed. The star of my sky is gone. Page missing. Elise stopped reading in the middle of the night. She was such a hard, headstrong girl. I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. It's the 4th day of the month of wind. It has settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore. Yeah. Here's your body bags. And, we already read this one. So forget about that. Don't think. Yeah, there's nothing up there. Let's go back down.
Just the way we do things on Bottle Street.
Pretty small street for Bottle Street, you know, after all the stuff I heard about it. What?
Hey.
Can I?
Anyone there?
You're mine now. Can I?
I'm trapped.
Let me up. Let me up.
Hey.
Okay, he somehow did not notice. And bada bing. I didn't think these guys were gonna turn around, but sure.
Let me out.
Alright. I'll let you out. I took care of the guys and just knocked them unconscious.
I'm trapped.
How's it going?
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen.
I think this is the first time I've done this little event without killing people, so...
You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business.
But
well,
I just knocked them out.
At one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies.
Yeah.
If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money.
Do you have anything
Maybe
worth
someday
trouble?
The plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Yeah. You have anything? Oh no, he has to walk over somewhere else first, right? Food, since we're not at full health. Food, since we're not at full health. Food, since we're not at full health. Money. Yeah, just leave your coins here, because why not? There's a boat charm here. Healthy appetite. Well, you know. Healthy appetite, you say. Oh, agility. Perfect. Yeah. Now we can double jump. Incredible. Though healthy appetite, assumably, is food heals just slightly more. Yeah. Instead, all right. What is this? Bone charms. I guess this is the book about bone charms. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from father to son, old man Salt to Greenhorn, still getting his sea legs beneath him. In the old times, men cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the long fangs of bears that roamed the isles north of Tibia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. Superstitious stuff, even though it probably does work. Given the fact.
What?
We're not going that way yet. Okay, no, not holds. Yeah, that's for later.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
You know, you'd think you'd at least give me something for free, but, oh, do I have to buy the blueprints? I'm gonna want to look up all the blueprints, huh? I think so. So, we just got... What is this considered under? Mission items? No. Notes? Books? I wasn't paying attention to what I grabbed. Inventory? Oh, here we go. The Sokolov's formula, Piro can use this, so we can just buy Sokolov's formula from him and lens magnification. Oh, so it's just further thing. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the things for the blueprints, because I actually do not want to miss any of those at all. All right, more sleeping darts. That's good. This is a different... Yeah, it's considered a different zone, so... Let me... Alright, okay, real quick, yeah. Let me just get a blueprints thing pulled up, and so I can just leave that open all the time then. Like when I had the stuff for the Skulltulas and heart pieces in Ocarina of Time always pulled up. That's the only collectible thing I want to try to find all of, because it's like the only one relevant to gameplay. There's like the paintings too, but I don't care that much about those. I mean, I guess I've never gotten all the paintings before, so maybe getting all the paintings would be a good one. I'll think about it, because we're not going to be done with this mission by today. Again, I'm definitely going to be getting all the blueprints. Dishonored blueprints. Yes, just the Dishonored wiki, please. All right, so okay, so there's one more in this mission, but not for a while. Good. Oh, I thought the game had cracked for a second again. Damn, I was like, oh no, don't do this to me, please. All right, welcome.
This is like a phantom with an army of shadows in front of him.
They're talking about Dowd.
That guy Dowd?
Yeah.
Ain't he just a boss? Like Slackjaw?
Nah, he's got magic superpowers.
This is one odd bird. Consorts with crazies, does rituals and the like. Bone charms and stuff.
How many people are there?
Right, I am.
One guy over there.
Touched by the outside.
What's this? Potions and bullets. Oh, a grenade. Yeah, I suppose we do get grenades. Yeah, you keep talking about Dowd. You can keep doing that all you want for all I care. Oh, wait, so we have... Nah, shit, they're coming over here now. We do have, what's it called again? Dark Vision maxed out. It just doesn't go as far as I'd want it to. But again, see, this is so much more useful for stealth than almost any other ability. Because, oh yeah, so we can double, since we can double jump now, we can just jump up here without the, without the need for stuff. We need to take care of that guy. There's that guy there too. We need to take care of this guy in here, because he has a bit of height, which means he could possibly see something. Was that a drop takedown or something? I needed to see that symbol for another second. Also, part of ghosting is if you do take people out when you're ghosting around, you do need to drop bodies off, because bodies discovered counts as failing ghost. I'm just doing that so people don't know there's an active enemy, so they don't get suspicious. I probably don't need to be doing it, but it's enough.
You got lucky. When you're this handsome, you don't need luck.
Face like a hagfish.
Pay up. Don't be sour.
What are they doing? Dicing or something?
Hey, when's Slackjaw coming down?
Not till the next match of elections over here. We'll want to check.
Where?
You better get all your shit together.
Shit, he's behind there. Can I stand here without getting seen? Absolutely not. Alright. So I need to take these two back out here first. Sometimes back when I used to play this game, that was the wrong one. Back when I used to play this game, I would have tried to, like, get the guards in order. But now I, nothing over here to see. How have you not seen me? Incredible. I do not know how that I was missed there. But yeah, I used to try to take the guards out in like order of like seeing them, so that would lead to me like in this scenario try to take those guys out here before I got to these guys, which was a mistake for not seeing seen. Now I'm like, okay, go a little deeper into an area first, then you can like explore later. This is why we need upgraded Blink. Ooh. Because I do not think. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, please turn around. That guy's all the way over there. Turn around. Turn around. I could go for that guy, honestly, but last chance. All right, we're going. Where is he? Oh, he started walking back. Oh, he's going way over back in that direction. All right, he were really good then.
Hey.
Okay, we'll get him instead.
Over here.
Get that guy instead. You didn't see anything.
Someone's messing with me.
Oh, did he aggro because the guy was missing?
What's this business? Is anyone there?
Where's the other guy? Oh, in here? Sure, we can handle that. Methinks. Oh, there's someone over there? I didn't even realize that. Alright, but you're done. We'll grab that guy. Oh, I didn't even see that guy, but obviously he was never in the line of sight of anything, so it wasn't a problem. Give me an ore. Nice. Sleep darts, good. How many sleep darts can we hold? 10? Alright. The first bolt upgrade obviously doesn't upgrade our AA. Oh, that's risky, 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 risky. He could have seen us. Alright, we're high enough now that I don't worry about it. This guy. Actually, let's get this guy first. Because we do need to come back. We leave this way the same way we came in. Nice bowler hat, by the way. Pop him. Go up here. And this is how you stealth around an area without ever getting detected. Go here. Well, close to it. Not quite, but close to it. And again, I'm still quick saving just in case. At this point, it's basically just for the...
Cross the line. Who's...
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to. And if you do mess up, we got combat sleep darts, so who cares? Alright, now we look for crap. Actually, have this back out. I already got what's up there. It's just pistol bullets. There's a book. The Elixir Black Market. We've seen widespread looting since the month of clans. How many months are there? 10, right? I think it's 10 months. It wasn't prevalent at first, but it's a pattern now. There's an outbreak in one of the districts, and the watch moves in. We've quarantined buildings, putting down weepers and report anyone showing early signs. Afterward, the dead counters come through, and the lawyers write up the paperwork to transfer ownership of businesses and homes at Parliament's discretion. Soon after the clockwork, gangs begin tearing up the place apart. There's a fairly robust black market now because everyone wants elixir and most can't afford it. Even Sokolov's brand won't help you if you've already got the plague, but getting a regular dose is your best chance if you want to avoid contracting it. Some of the gangs have taken to buying small amounts and watering it down before selling it, and I have to admit, if I didn't have an officer's ration, I'd be buying from them. Alright, so I just remembered. We can't do what we want to do here yet because we don't have the fucking rat thing that we need. So we're just gonna have to, I'm just gonna check the rest of the courtyard and then I'm going to leave. We're not going inside. More keys, I'll take keys. Okay, I'll just take this. We're not going inside. Not yet. Not yet. And here's your explosive bottle. Not that powerful, but, you know, it'll do. So yeah, stupid. For the, tasks, the optional one is, gentlemen's collars. We need to break into Dr. Galvani's flat first. So this was pointless coming in. I mean, we got these guys taken care of already, so when we come back here, there won't be a problem. But we should have done it afterwards. So that means... this way. No, I'm gonna go this way. I wanna enter from this direction. Not from the front. Or not from the side. Who doesn't love the sheathing animation? I've always been reminded of like the knives in CSGO when I see this thing. Never had one myself, but actually just let's do this. I've never had one myself, but I always had friends that had them, and they look very similar. Alright, there's nothing up here, right? Correct. Alright, well, that's where we need to get into that building. Why are you not? We cannot get in there. We will not be doing so. Alright, how many guards? A couple, a bunch, a lot. Alright, anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, actually, because this, like, the next big section to explore is this courtyard and then that big building. So... ridiculous. Yeah, we've made...
Plague. Elixir. Bunch of
progress. This game is going to take us a while. It would take longer than I normally would because I plan to be very thorough with this game. And oh wait, I just realized something.
Stupid gut.
Yeah, I'm planning to be very thorough with this game, with all the reading I've done so far. There's still a lot to go. But I just realized something. I wanted to say I wanted to show off all the violent options, and I realized I can just like do like I'm like, oh, I just want to have some fun real quick, like throw some grenades, use some spike traps, all that crap. I can do a quick save, go through an area with a certain approach, and then I'm like, all right, I want to go through with the stealthy approach without quick saving, reload, and go through it again. So I think that's I should remember that. But anyway, yeah, it's a good stream. Again, this game is going to take us a while. We're only slightly partway through the first mission. And each of these missions, if this game already seems pretty open-ended, we're only just getting started. This game is one of the games of all time, truly. And there's still a sequel, and a smaller sequel, and this game has DLC, which I've never played. So we got a lot of content to get through, and we're gonna be doing the DLC part of the game one, obviously. I mean, I think the DLC is what 3 levels per DLC, and there's the two DLCs, so it's 6 levels total. So I could theoretically just be like, all right, well the DLC is its own little stream, but now we'll do it all at once. So yeah, with that, I'm just gonna do a actual save. Those are here actually. Yes, just delete these real quick. So you can see when I played this game last, 2019 October. At yay time, whatever. We'll create a new save. And there we go. So yeah, that'll be next stream. We are going to maybe finish Armored Core. I have no clue how much stuff there is left in that game, considering the fact that we still have to go back and replay missions. Well, go back and play the missions we weren't able to play before, and play the couple missions that have parts. There's presumably not many. So we have to be close to getting to the end of the Armored Core. There's no way that next stream of Armored Core tomorrow is not the last one. Whatever. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more Armored Core, and yeah. So good stream, man. Again, one of my favorite games of all time. And yeah, so have a nice evening, and bye-bye.